thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arkansas's offense will go to work first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Shrugs through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Razorbacks are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, a big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Back to throw. It's Green. Gets away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
And I'm really impressed with this start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So Texas offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good...
He's got it on the offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Manning. Wide out, trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Using the quick game. Smashes through the tackle. He's loose down the middle. 10. Touchdown Razorbacks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking left. Lost the defense is wide open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
That's caught. It's Wingo. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Manning. Got the quick pass. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's got room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Razorbacks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air. It's Green. quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. They'll try to run for it. Still running at the 35. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Hill. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. You got 3 on first to the 30, out to the 33, engaged 4 on the play. And the Razorbacks line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They got 0 push up front and they stopped him in the backfield. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing.
Got some room into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Looking downfield, it's Green. Flips it out on the screen.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of...
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it to the back. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The short hands, it's Wingo. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
What it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Green. Snagged out of the air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Let's go.
2nd down coming up.
Single.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll pull it on the read. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Escapes trouble. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away from one. Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pulls it in, it's Wingo. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got a little space. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Pressure coming. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab deep. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And some room to work. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Jackson gonna throw it. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Brown. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. He'll keep it on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the Texas offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Moore. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge